Welcome to the latest episode of the Middle Aged Outlaws podcast, the podcast where two middle-aged, cynical and jaded Scottish wrestling fans try to find any modicum of joy through the greatest form of entertainment in history, professional wrestling. Today we continue through our viewing of Season 2 of Part Wrestling, Part B movie TV show Lucha Underground as we discuss episodes 17 to 20. Adam, how the hell are you doing?
I am well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, all good here. You know, it's been a long weekend, which is always good. Can't complain at that. How are you?
Okay, thanks. Yeah. I've had a long weekend of dog sitting.
Okay.
For one of my friend's dogs, and it was pretty crazy.
Okay.
Like the craziest type, I assume. I'm an experienced Labrador owner, not experienced in Springer Spaniel puppies. So yeah.
Okay.
Lucha, the chaos of the temple is a welcome distraction to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we jump right in to our next episode of Season 2, Episode 17, Crime and Punishment. We're very, very near the end of this season, a shorter season to Season 1. We're getting... I feel you can see the mechanics of Ultima Lucha coming into play in these episodes of setting up rivalries and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we kind of experienced this the last time where the early part of the season, like maybe the first 12, 13, 14 episodes, they're their own thing. And then you feel like you're in setup mode for what I think is basically like, maybe last time was 2 episodes worth of our podcast, which so probably about 6 or 7 episodes of the TV. So I think we're in that moment just now, which is a little bit harder to get through because you feel like maybe not as much is going to happen in the episode. It's all about building for the future.
Yeah, 100%. Let's chat through. Episode 17 is called Crime and Punishment. And we kick off in Dario's office, as we often do, with the Machine Cage. He appears into Dario's office as Dario is packing a bag full of money. He appears to be... I thought he was maybe on the run. I couldn't remember what happened at the end of the last episode. I thought he was maybe going away again, but I assume that at the end of the last episode it was just Matanza beating someone.
I think so, yeah. I don't think there was any
graver consequences, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think there was any setup for being on the run. I think he's the kind of guy that is often just shoving money into a bag.
Yeah, he's got a runaway bag ready.
Yeah.
So Cage enters the office and he's raging because in the last episode, Chavo stole his medallion, which gives him the entrance into the Gift of the Gods match, which is his path to taking on Matanza and getting that Lucha Underground title. So he says to Dario about that, and Dario goes, "Wow, that sounds like your problem, not mine." And the most sarcastic. How is he not had his ass beat?
Yeah. I mean, I get it when he's taking the piss out of Son of Havoc or something like that, which we've seen in the past. I just wouldn't be doing it with Cage.
No, definitely not. But as always, Dario comes up with a unique opportunity. He says but he said if Chavo, he doesn't come up with a unique opportunity at all. I'm talking utter shite. He tells Cage, if Chavo puts that medallion in the belt, then he's in the match. It's as simple as that. He's not very solution based. Like if Cage came into my office raging like that, I would definitely be in a solution based mindset and be trying to help him. Not.
Yeah.
Oh well, you're fucked, mate. I'm afraid. Sorry.
He does invite him to come to the ring with him.
Oh, he says I'm going now, so you can just come with me, doesn't he?
Yeah. So basically, the challenge is if you can stop Chavo from putting the medallion in, take the medallion back and put it in, you'll be back in the match.
Yeah. Of all the people that Chavo decided to steal from, Cage is not your man.
No.
You know, like Joey Ryan's got one.
Yeah,
Steal it from
just
him.
take his. Yeah, easy.
So we see Dario and Cage coming from his office out into the temple towards the ring. And at this point, Dario invites all the contenders who've won the Aztec medallions to come and place the medallions into the belt, which we've seen happen before. So we've got Tejano, Joey Ryan, Sinestro de la Muerte, Aerostar, the Mac, Sexy Star, and Chavo. Chavo comes out last, comes out with a steel chair, and basically Dario tells him to fight it out. He's always one for a fight, always one to make a profit. But in classic Chavo style, he's got a plan.
Oh, yeah.
Because these medallions come in these little black drawstring black pouches, and Chavo's put like quite a large washer inside it, and Cage thinks he's got it off him. But when he discovers it's the washer inside, Chavo's already put the medallion in the belt, and that's him confirmed in the match.
Yeah. Classic Chavo. I didn't mind that from Chavo. That is what I think he would do. I thought that fit quite nicely.
Do you think when we first started watching this, you would think that Chavo was going to be like Lucha Underground Champion or something?
Yeah, and it's not really how they've gone about using him. He's kind of just this absolute snake of a character that's taken every possible shortcut that he can.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, they've had Cage on an absolute tear through this season. He's looked unbeatable. He's looked like an absolute monster. I started thinking here, have they just thought, well, we can't put him in it, because if he's in it, he's definitely going to win it. So we want to go in a bit of a different direction. So, yeah, Chavo screws him over.
It's a swerve, bro. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I wonder what swerve is in I never know if it's Mexican or Spanish. I know that's really ignorant, but I never actually know. Is it Mexican?
Yeah, I'd always thought Spanish, but you've now got a question in that.
Okay. Cage hits a Weapon X on Chavo on the chair, and his intentions are clear. He'll be getting involved in the Gift of the Gods match, which I think we get later on. Yeah, we do, in this episode.
Yeah.
We go to a four-way match between Argenis, Daga, Cobra Moon, and Mascarito Sagrada. Now, the last few times we've seen Mascarito, we've had Famous B representing him. Him and what's his lady, his sort of valet called? It's like Brenda or something.
Yeah, I think is it Beautiful Brenda or something like that?
Famous B is. I was writing in my notes that he's trying to get this catchphrase going, this 4-2-3 get fame, but it actually does catch on, and the crowd are shouting it, which is a bit disappointing.
I'm not sold on this crowd. They also gave Joey Ryan quite the reaction when he came out with his medallion.
Oh dear, did they really?
Yeah,
no.
They got a pop.
So yeah, okay. So Mascarito is wanting to be famous, and he's become a client of Famous B. Really moaning in my notes here that I would like to see Daga in a decent match that doesn't involve sort of nonsense. I feel like he's got sort of technical. Oh, he has fought Tejano, and we did like it, but it'd be good to see him against another sort of good, like a Phoenix or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a little bit frustrating, because I've got here in my notes, if there's any chance of me to take Daga seriously, he's going to have to win this match. And yeah,
how did that end up for you?
Well, I suppose he technically does, doesn't he?
He technically does.
Yeah.
He's
not really the way I wanted, in a more, I was thinking just dominate and win, but that's not really the way this goes.
He's really impressive with some of the things that he does. He's got Cobra Moon, I think, on his back as he's sort of stretching her out, and whilst also he's applying a Boston Crab on Argenis.
Yeah.
But we get this. Basically, this match is to set up a bit of a story that I assume we're going to go with all the way through to Ultima Lucha, which is that Cobra Moon is an incredibly perverted snake woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she is all about slithering towards Daga.
Yep.
And Daga stands? She's the Dagestan.
Yes, that works.
Yeah, she's like humping his leg, which is not okay.
It's a wee bit much.
So she hits a Michinoku driver on the Masquerita Sagrada, who's really not getting famous in the way that he wants to be. Instead of making the cover, she slithers off into the corner and allows Daga to cover him. And it's a bit weird.
It's weird, and we'll follow it up. But this poor deal where Masquerita Sagrada has tried to get fame and put Famous B seemingly in charge of his career, it's really not working out for him. I think he's had some pretty significant heavy defeats. I'm not sure he had a good winning record before, but nothing's working since he got himself in this situation.
No, he was a bit more suited to being in the sort of oddball team that he was in with the Bengal Tiger chap and Pinella.
Yeah, go back to that.
What was his name? Oh, Bengala.
Yeah, Bengala. Not seen him for a wee while.
Nah.
Yeah.
What do we get here? So we are in the locker room with Killshot and your boy Marty Martinez. Just Marty being he's amping up the weirdness and the perverted behaviour. These two are obviously going out to have a fight. He tells Killshot he's ready for battle. They have one of those B-movie battle type things with sound effects and whatnot. And Killshot comes out on top, and this is working for Marty. He likes the mind games.
Yep.
I like when he's getting beat up and he's like laughing in the corner and stuff. I think that's a good character part of him. So we're going to go all the way with this, aren't we? With these two to Ultima Lucha.
Yeah, I think so. I'm still not sure I want Marty referred to as my boy. I mean, we're going to go to a match between the two, and the poor Melissa with the intros. He's all over her.
Aye, he really is, and he does it again in our episode. She actually goes into the mic. Ugh. But these two, the thing is with Marty, we've probably said it before, but he's really good in the ring. He's big, he's got size, and he's agile.
Yeah.
And he's got a good character, actually.
Just like the way they're leaning into it, I don't know, but his character being creepy and just strange is one thing, but I mean, it's not long ago that he kidnapped Sexy Star and basically seemingly tortured, tormented with his sister, this woman, and then you've got the ring announcer just having somebody all over them while she's doing the intros. It's a bit, just dial it back a wee bit.
Nobody's coming in to make any sort of saving for her. Vampiro was quite keen to save her the last time she was getting in jeopardy with Pentagon, but I know this time.
Do you think Cage is just backstage watching, laughing?
I would definitely get that impression. He is a machine, after all. Yeah, this is a good match. I think Marty hits a curb stomp. Does he hit it off the second rope? Or does he just hit a massive one?
I think it is off the rope, yeah.
Ah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Killshot, as always, does some impressive stuff. Lots of big kicks, big shots. He likes the almost like a backward handspring out of the ring. Marty catches him doing that and hits a running power slam, Davey Boy Smith style.
Yeah, it was.
On the outside. Towards the end, we get Marty going for a splash. He gets caught and completely folded in half is what I've got in my notes. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
It's the big pressure move that we've seen him use in AEW as well.
I wasn't sure if it had a name. It just looked a wee bit concerning to me.
He looks... Marty looks too big to be able to do that. There's not enough room for his head to tuck all the way around.
Yeah, because that's the thing. He's basically being kind of folded up, dropped down on his shoulders, but yeah, is the head deaf? Are we safe? I don't know. I don't know.
Marty's possibly been dropped in his head a few times, to be fair.
Maybe.
We get Marty attacking Killshot afterwards, and he steals his dog tags, which I think belong to like fallen colleagues.
Yeah, I think they were basically like. So I think the story's always been, if you were to die, your family will be handed these back at the end. But he's talked about basically being part of this squad that, as far as everyone's concerned, don't exist. So you assume they have pretty significant meaning for him, and he talked about his brothers that didn't make it and stuff like that. So I assume that's where we've gone with that. So he's quite rightly going to be pretty pissed off about that.
That takes us to our main event, which is a 7-way Gift of the Gods championship match.
Yeah.
Tejano looking absolutely resplendent in this blue singlet. That's a new look for him. Joey Ryan, the Mac, Sinestro de la Muerte, Aerostar, Sexy Star, and Chavo Guerrero. Usual shit.
Did you, like, I've got in my notes right from the off, I was thinking, this isn't the easiest one to predict. Like, often there would be a name in there that you're thinking, well, they're going to go with this guy. And I thought, well, they could go Tejano. I was fairly confident they weren't going to go Joey Ryan. The Mac, you never know. They give them some big wins now and then. It's gone toe-to-toe with Cage before. Not many people have, really. But I was thinking, I did think it could be Sexy Star. That's possible. They might go in that direction.
That's what I thought was going to happen, yeah. I've said in my notes here that, and I don't know if this is just me projecting, but I felt like the fans weren't massively into this. And it is a bit... Is this a bit harsh? Like, it feels a bit mid-cardy?
Yeah, I mean, based on who's in it and what we've seen from them, you kind of, if you're thinking you've got Matanza as champion, we've had like barn burners with Mil Muertes, and you've always had guys like Prince Puma and Johnny Mundo who have been pitched at that level. And there isn't really anyone in here that I thought, oh, they're going to go and put the title on them. Because, like, looking at who's in it, I'm just assuming they'll lose when they get their opportunity, which seems a bit harsh. Even if there was a guy that we've seen take a heavy loss, but a Pentagon, who you're thinking maybe there could be a redemption story, or a Phoenix who always seems to, fight upwards. But
were you trying really hard not to say Rise there?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Fight upwards is class.
But yeah, I don't know. It kind of felt like this was a bit of a tick box exercise. Like, well, we did this before, so we'll do it again. But in all likelihood, probably nothing's going to come of this.
Yeah, like it was fine, and it was very filled with high flying moves and what you'd expect. We get the Mac and Sexy sort of working together, although she does try and engage him in a bit of a one-on-one. I don't think the Mac's really that up for it. Sinestro does some sort of innovative stuff. Sometimes it looks like he's sort of falling over in his bedroom, and other times it looks like he's pulling off like really impressive moves.
I don't know if I feel like I'd buy into his thing more if he hadn't been part of that 3-person team.
Yeah, I'm with you. If they had a trios match and it just been the three of them and they got beat and he destroyed them, and from the ashes he'd put all three together and turned But I
did like we get some classic Chavo where he's constantly trying to align with people, even when it's somebody he has just recently screwed over. Like he's getting in Joey Ryan's face early on because he gets a bit sleazy with Sexy Star, and he's like, no, you don't do that. And I'm like, Chavo, after everything you've done with Sexy Star, and then he immediately tries to roll her up, and then he's like trying to make good with the Mac just a few minutes later, like, nah, we'll align, this will be all good. No.
So eventually the inevitable happens and Cage arrives in this match, but it doesn't go the way we sort of expected. So Cage arrives at a point in which Chavo has probably tried to align, like you say, with everyone, and unfortunately is now taking everybody's finishing move instead. So Cage comes out, and instead of going after Chavo, which you expect, he wrecks everybody else. And then the light bulb goes off, and you kind of say, oh, so that's why this is the way it is, because if we had Phoenix, Mundo, Cuerno all getting wrecked by Cage single-handedly, you'd be questioning what's all going on. So Cage absolutely smashes everyone. He smashes Joey Ryan. He drags Chavo on him. And Chavo is the new Gift of the Gods champion. And Cage is saying, congratulations, Dario's confirmed I'll be facing you next week for your new Gift of the Gods title. Yeah, I think I was getting a little bit grumpy towards the end of that. I just thought this episode here was a little bit underwhelming. But then, post-credit sting, we're in the dojo with Ian Hodgkinson, because I assume Vampiro is the guy that does commentary, and this is Ian Hodgkinson. He's got Pentagon strung up. Do you know the film Midsommar? Where, you know, like there's the shed and the guy's all... Yeah. He's all like strung up on... Yeah. That's what this was like. It's messed up. Whatever it is that he's got done to Penta, and he's beating him with a kendo stick, and I think he basically said, I'm going to beat the pain out of you. And he pulls out a barbed baseball bat and starts with that. On the face, I think he seems to be going for.
I think he's off his meds.
Literally, yeah.
But I'm not saying I enjoyed it for the content, but I mean, this is everything that's been going on with Pentagon. I think there's an opportunity to tell a brilliant story out of, because, you know, he got beat, and can he come back, and can he have like it seems really weird to talk about a redemption arc for a guy that went around breaking people's arms all over the place, but you know what I mean. I
feel like he's like, it's a weird one. Like if you're watching a TV show, he's not the main character, but he's the guy that does all the cameos, and you're like, that guy needs his own show. Yeah,
I know what you mean. Yeah. So I got it in my mind. That's what we're going to go to, like, for the rest of season 2. Is we're going to go on
redemption arc for Penta. Yeah. Okay. So episode 18 is called Enter the Mundo.
Enter the Mundo. So we get
a questionable title, actually. I think him and Taya get up to some weird stuff. So.
We get a recap of all things the trios titles, and we get the sort of highlights of what happened with Cage and Chavo and the Gift of the Gods situation. Pentagon is in his basically torture chamber, and Vampiro's asking him, where are you going? He says he's ready. Vampiro says no, he's not, and he grabs him by the arm. It looks like Vampiro's about to break the arm of Pentagon, but Vampiro looks kind of... No, does Pentagon turn it round? My notes aren't very good.
I don't know, because I've not got that detail either, sorry.
Okay, so there's something Pentagon, I don't know if it's just his determination and strength. Vampiro's kind of looking impressed, but he says Pentagon's still scared. He can go back to the temple, but he isn't ready to face the monster. Not yet. We're going to have 2 title matches tonight. We're going to have Phoenix, PJ Black and Jack Evans taking on the Trios Tag Team Champions. And we're also going to have that Chavo against Cage match for the Gift of the Gods title. But we're going to start off with a bit of Mascarito Sagrada. We have Famous B interrupting Melissa. I think he's trying to sell. Yeah, he's trying to sell to the crowd and everyone watching his Get Fame number again. Everyone can see what he's done for Mascarito, so why would they not? Would you know? We get it's going to be Mascarito Sagrada against Joey Ryan. Famous B is given the big intro when Joey Ryan appears, kicks him. Famous B runs for the outside, and then he seems to be trying to sell to Ryan while the match is ongoing. despite Joey Ryan interrupting him there very, very rudely. They make make a really big deal of it must just all be commentary team banter, but they're making a big deal of Joey Ryan managing to power slam Mascarito Sagrada. Sagrada with a fireman's carry slam, which was impressive. Gets a double stomp, near fall. They nearly got me there. I thought they were going to give wee Mascarito Sagrada a win. Famous B is now trying to sell his services to the referee. We get a tilt-a-whirl DDT by Joey Ryan, which gets him the win. And Famous B and Brenda are consoling Mascarito Sagrada. It's still really not working out for him. We get a video package after that for Taya, a very, very self-assured young woman. She is very, very confident. And we get a video package for King Cuerno, which I was happy to see.
Yes, but did you see what he had mounted on his wall as part of this video package?
Yes. So, King Cuerno has Mil Muertes on his wall? Is it a glass case?
He's got it in a glass case, aye.
Yeah.
I'd like to consult some sort of hunter's manual or like the unwritten rules of mounting something you didn't kill yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. It's probably frowned upon within that community.
I'd assume so, aye.
Yeah.
Bit of charlatans, old King Cuerno, right?
So at least we know where Mil is, and we're gonna come back to that a little bit later.
Indeed.
For now, we are going to go to the Gift of the Gods title match. We are going to have Cage against Chavo. In this moment, I was thinking myself, they've called this episode Enter the Mundo. And I'm thinking, we are surely going to see some interference by Johnny Mundo. That's what's going to happen here. Because surely in a one-on-one match, Cage is just going to destroy Chavo based on everything we've seen. Chavo, I'm also thinking, is he, he'll want the prestige, but is he in a rush to face Matanza? It's hard to see Chavo being keen to do that, whereas Cage, on the other hand, doesn't seem like he would have any fear of anyone. No.
You could see Chavo lining up 20 competitors and then trying to come up with some way of not having to give a week's notice or something.
Yeah. We got Cage just throwing Chavo around like he's a piece of garbage. But we do get a tilt-a-whirl head scissor by Chavo, and then he's trying to get some momentum going, trying to stop this machine. Gets a rope hung DDT, and then Cage just starts a vicious comeback. He's not kept down for very long, looking a wee bit dominant. Chavo pounces on a mistake when Cage misses a moonsault. We've got Cage standing on the ropes, suplexing Chavo back into the ring. So Chavo was on the apron, right? Quite impressive looking.
That's a cool move.
Yeah. We get a sit-down Alabama slam by Cage for a 2, and he looks like he's getting ready to end it. He's done with Chavo now. Although he is, as we go, selling a bit of an injury that Cage seems to have picked up. Chavo countering DDT for a 2. We get a spinning kick by Chavo. But Cage returns with his discus clothesline. He thinks he has the pin win, but Chavo manages to get a foot on the ropes. We have a sunset flip powerbomb by Chavo, and Chavo climbs up to the ropes. He's won Vampiro over a bit here because he won't quit. He just keeps going, keeps trying to win. First time. It feels like the first time that we've seen him just genuinely trying to fight and win a match, an important high stakes match. And Vampiro, who has always been critical of Chavo, is there for it. The frog splash by Chavo, but it only gets him a 2. Then he's going to go into the 3 Amigos suplexes, but he gets 2 of them. Cage counters and hits. I think is it called the Lucha Destroyer?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they called it?
F5, isn't it?
Yeah, for the win. So what's confused me here is we've gone through all this and I've been waiting for Johnny Mundo and he didn't come out.
You've been honeydicked.
Yeah. So Cage has the Gift of the Gods title. He is a very dangerous man, and he immediately makes the challenge. He wants to face Matanza next week. He is cashing in.
Isn't it? At this point, I absolutely love Cage. He's brilliant.
Nice.
Fair play to Chavo Guerrero. I thought that was we're getting some like mid 2000s SmackDown level Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah, I think it suited him. Like, he's obviously up against a incredibly strong performer who he's able to do a lot of selling for, and he's able to fight from underneath. But he wasn't playing the chicken shit heel so much. He was just trying to survive and win the match. It was good. We go to Taya talking to PJ and Jack Evans backstage, and it's they walk in to the room and there's a KO'd Phoenix on the floor. PJ and Jack Evans are a little bit like, hey, that's not cool, that's our partner. You know? But then kind of laughing about it at the same time, like, oh, what's happened there? And then the whole Johnny element starts to make sense. Johnny is going to be replacing the, we assume, attacked by Johnny and Taya, Phoenix. PJ and Jack Evans are delighted with this. Johnny gives an extra little kick to Phoenix on the floor, and then they all play air guitar.
We get the sound of the air guitar.
Yeah, we did. It was full on Bill and Ted.
It was.
Yeah, we'll come back to that because it's going to happen again. We have Cortez Castro and Joey Ryan on detective duty in Dario's office. They're looking for clues, anything I think that they can use to implicate Dario, and they find a drawer full of cash.
So I wrote in my notes, Joey Ryan is rifling through Dario's drawers. Yeah.
Mr. Cisco catches them and asks what they're doing. Cisco is going to tell Dario, not because he thinks this is in any way wrong, but he's annoyed that they didn't invite him to the robbery.
That's amazing.
So they have to take a bit of action here, and they have to arrest Mr. Cisco.
The cover got blown pretty quickly there. Like it went from 0 to 100.
Yeah,
freeze.
Yeah. I felt like there was a better way out of it for all of them, but yeah. From there, we're going to go to the Trios title match. So we have the champions, Rey Mysterio, Prince Puma, and El Dragon Azteca Jr. Going up against Jack Evans, PJ Black, and now Johnny Mundo.
Could we refer to them as Johnny Jack Black?
Oh, we could. Yeah. That works. So the live crowd, and I think the announcers as well, get the surprise of it being Johnny instead of Phoenix, as Taya announces him as the replacement for Phoenix. We're going to get Jack Evans doing some... What was the SummerSlam where Shawn Michaels oversold the Hogan stuff?
2005.
He is massively overselling for El Dragon Azteca, especially when El Dragon Azteca stuff doesn't look impactful. So, but yeah, Jack Evans is bouncing all over the place for that. And I've got in my notes, El Dragon Azteca is going to wrestle this full match. I think it's a long time before either performer from that team actually gets brought in.
He's been a cocky little shit in this match. He's giving it Billy big bollocks.
And he's not your favourite, is he?
No.
Well, speaking of not favourites, they can keep trying to make the Darewolf thing happen, but they're just lying to themselves. PJ Black is not the guy, and they can talk him up all they want, but he's not the guy. I think more fondly of Jack Evans every time I see PJ Black.
That's class.
We get Jack Evans standing on Prince Puma and in a backflip splash onto him.
I questioned if he'd been standing for 3 seconds. I thought that match could have been over.
Oh, Good point.
Questionable officiating.
We get some Rey Mysterio and Johnny Mundo interaction. Johnny blocks a double team tornado DDT and throws El Dragon Azteca into Prince Puma. I felt like there were a few times maybe earlier on, I don't know how early they were trying to plant the seed, but I think Prince Puma was getting a wee bit annoyed by El Dragon Azteca. Even quite early on when he just didn't seem to want to tag anyone else into the match. So nice expressive work there from Puma despite his mask. He was just getting a bit,
Did you hear him growling?
I felt like he does this sort of hanging his head thing in frustration, and he also was doing some hand gestures, arm gestures, just getting pissed off. I'm sure you can relate. We have Rey Mysterio sending Johnny Mundo head into the apron from his shoulders. I'm not sure what I mean by that.
Yes, they did a thing where like Rey was on Mundo's shoulders in the victory row position, and they went all the way over the top rope and landed on Johnny landed on his feet on the floor with them still in the same position.
And then I've got the El Dragon Azteca then just tries to do something quite similar again.
Shocking.
Jack Evans is doing some of his flippy stuff. And then there's a big strike to Prince Puma on the turnbuckle. We get a 619 by Rey and then a 630 by Puma. And Evans is down and seemingly out, but Johnny Mundo pulls the ref out of the ring before he can count the 3.
Enter the Mundo.
Taya and Johnny take out Rey on the outside. And then after a series of low blows, there's a lot of low blows going on, Johnny hits the end of the world, a new ref is down, but Prince Puma kicks out.
Yeah, I was wondering the process for neutering a Puma at this point, because I wasn't sure how he kicked out of that.
We get Taya distracting the ref while El Dragon Azteca seems to have Johnny Mundo pinned. Jack Evans brings a chair into the ring. Evans strikes El Dragon Azteca Jr. with the chair. Johnny Mundo pins him, and we have new Trios champions.
Yeah. And who took the pin? The little gimp. Yes.
But now, the Darewolf is a Trios champion.
No. He's nobody's family members. Has been handed a title. Good on you, PJ.
And I don't think we got a post-credit scene. I think that was the end of episode 18.
Everybody's too busy celebrating.
Yeah.
They forgot. So what have we got? Cage now is Gift of Gods. He's called his shot. And we've got new Trios champions.
Yes.
Which I'm not... I was actually quite chuffed. Not just because of Little Gecko, but I don't know. I feel like there's so much more you could be doing with Rey. Especially,
yeah. When it seemed to be going down this route of him basically just being a mentor for a new guy, I thought, they maybe don't have him for many episodes, but he's been on a lot of episodes.
Aye, pretty much full season.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see where it all goes. We are on episode 19, Judgment Day. Your favourite WWE faction all time, I believe.
It had Carlito in it?
It did have Carlito in it. It's still going, but...
Oh, is it? Okay.
Carlito is not.
I remember because they had the whole thing of Damian Priest, like, breaking away from them, so did they just keep going with Dom? And
Yeah. Don't even ask me. Finn Balor? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a better pay-per-view than it is a faction, let's say that.
Okay, fair, yeah.
Okay, we are kicking off with a match between Son of Havoc, who is looking a little... I don't know. It's a bit weird seeing him on his own. I feel like weird. We're back to like the start of season 1.
It's jarring, because even then, when he seemed to get beat every week, he had Eva Elise like shouting and screaming at him the whole time. But, yeah.
Wonder where Angelico's went. The last we heard of Angelico was that Dario said he'd had an unfortunate accident.
Yeah.
It's never been elaborated on. He'll return, I'm sure. So Son of Havoc is taking on Daga. And right from the off, Vampiro had said something concerning me. He's like, look. He's talking about him resembling the Dynamite Kid. Now, obviously, Dynamite Kid is supposed to be one of the, best technical wrestlers there was. But when I think of Dynamite Kid, I just think of the stories that are in Bret Hart's book, and I don't think I'd ever want to be compared to that person. So, Vampiro's on one here. He's talking about Son of Havoc now. He says he looks like one of your pets. You'd want to take him home and have him guard your house. Yeah. Striker's just like, all right.
I think Striker's struggling to stifle his laughs and thinking, are these comments going anywhere? Is this just weird?
Again, impressed by Daga in this match. So really nice sort of suplexes, some ground and pound. He hits this arm drag. He sort of pulls Son of Havoc into an arm drag, switches it round into a half crab. It's all very impressive. It's during the half crab that we see Cobra Moon in her non-snake clothes. She's just coming off the street, wearing her jeans and all that. Still got her mask on, to be fair, but she's coming down. She looks very excited to be seen. Daga, we get Son of Havoc getting a bit of a comeback on the go. He's very, what's the word? He does his handspring and stuff in that. I wonder if he's got like a gymnastic background. It's all very elegant.
It's a bit different from the way most of them do their aerial manoeuvres. Yeah, it's kind of, sometimes, and I don't mean this in a bad way, sometimes it kind of feels like it's in slow motion. Which is totally impressive in a different way.
He also does something in this match where he has Dagon outside and he must stand on the apron and like suspend himself off the ring pole.
Yeah.
And almost like a gymnast. Like if the gymnasts on the rings and they're holding on and they go like horizontal, it's like that, and drops down with an elbow.
Yeah.
It looks like Son of Havoc's got this in the bag. He's up the top rope and he's going to hit on the top turnbuckle. He's going to hit his shooting star press, but Ember Moon. I think I maybe always call her that, and she's definitely not Cobra Moon.
Is that who Ember Moon is?
No,
totally different person.
Cobra Moon is someone else, and for love of I can't remember who she is right now. But remember, Cobra Moon starts trying to distract him. It looks like it has done the business, even though Daga's not really has anything to do with it at all. But Son of Havoc manages to get back to that top rope and hit his shooting star press and gets the win. When he's doing his shooting star press, he seems to hit a camera that's suspended above the ring. It looks amazing because you see it from that angle. Yeah. And he's like super close to the camera going upside down. It's really cool.
Yeah, it did look cool. Yeah.
Unfortunately for Daga, he takes the defeat, and to make matters worse, Cobra Moon is back in the ring and she is humping his leg again.
Yeah.
He sort of kicks her off, but she likes the fact that he kicks her off, which is making it even stranger.
Maybe we just need to introduce her to Marty.
Yep.
Maybe, then everyone else is being left alone.
They could, come together and sort of superpowers of creeps.
Yeah.
After that, we're in the gym with Rey Mysterio doing, as he's known for his karate chops and all that. That was sarcasm. That little bitch Gecko appears and he says he's found Matanza's cage. He's found Matanza's cage, right? And I'm going to go and destroy him by myself. Bear in mind, he got pinned by Jack Evans in the previous week to lose the titles.
When I was watching this, I was thinking Ross is going to have in his notes, yes, encourage him to go and do it.
Go for it.
You better go.
Ray, the mentor, says, no, get your head in the game. We've got a trios. We've got a title rematch coming up. And now these two are going at it. Disrespectful little shit.
Yeah.
I was giving Ray shit for having this guy come in and he's got him right in amongst the main events and all that. And now the little shit's just starting on him now as well. So they're kind of going back and forth with almost getting into a bit of a scuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Puma is like, Prince Puma appears and he's like, what's going on here? And they're like, you stay out of it. It's nothing to do with you. I think it's the little bitch that says that to him. And he's like, of course it's got something to do with me. These are my teammates.
It's a fair point.
Got a match.
It's a fair point by Puma there.
And they're not having it. And he starts fucking growling. Like he's DMX.
How are you going to feel when El Dragon Azteca Jr. ends the career of Rey Mysterio? And that's the logical way this is going to go.
I have no issue with that.
No, right, okay.
In the temple.
I mean, not just like his full wrestling career.
I'm not happy with that.
I'm a bit concerned now. He's probably come back to WWE about 5 times since this was actually filmed. But anyway, still, if it was his last, if it was El Dragon Azteca, Rey Mysterio, career versus career match, that's the way they should go for
career versus career.
for what's it called? The Ultima Lucha. That'll be the matchup. El Dragon Azteca will win, and that'll be it.
And Ray will go away. No, he made his bed. Okay.
Okay.
He brought his kid to work, and they somehow put him in front of a computer. So no, you can deal with that. I just want, yeah. I found Matanza's cage. Like, never mind. So we've got the trios title match up next. We've got Johnny Jack Black versus the kids' cuddly toys and Rey Mysterio. We start off with PJ Black and Rey Mysterio, and PJ Black looks like prime Triple H or something like that next to Rey Mysterio. He looks massive. And almost immediately, it's like we've went straight in from the previous match, and the low blows are raining down. And Vampiro says, "Hey man, I'm all for kicking a man in the balls," but they've done it about 15 times in this match.
Did they, like, they're obviously fully leaning in that it's like PJ and Evans are like kind of lapdogs for Johnny, like they're in awe of him, and they're all wearing sunglasses when they go down, and I think maybe it seemed like they're about to start the match in sunglasses, which was going to really annoy me, but I think they come off after one run of the ropes or something like that.
They've also got like matching bandanas on, I think, in this match as well. I think Johnny Mundo's really enjoying himself, but it's probably because he has got little lapdogs, like you say. I
was going back to Edge had a thing where he had the Edge heads. Yep. That's the vibes I was getting from all of this.
Definitely. They do. It's during this match that they do the air guitar again, and we get sound effects, isn't it? Yes. Like full on Bill and Ted. Yep.
In backstage, we've seen the comic book stuff. It's fine. You can do stuff backstage. You can't do it in a match.
Nah. There's something else happens where we get sound effects as well, and I'm like, that was odd. We're not starting this now, because that would be out with the realm of possibility. We had a nunchuck match, for crying out loud, in the next two episodes. Yeah. Mysterio is in this match for, you talked about Azteca being in the previous match. I feel like Mysterio was in here for ages. They seem to be really working on him, but he manages to hit a tornado DDT and makes the right tag and gets Puma in. Interesting though, Puma basically goes in, does one drop kick, and then tags Mysterio immediately back in, then the three of them are in. Yep. All sorts of dives to the outside. We get Prince Puma suplexing Jack Evans from the top rope onto the outside on the pile of bodies, which is something new for me. Puma gets to the point of being able to go for the 630, but Black and Mundo pull Evans out the ring. I don't know if it's just a camera angle, but it looks like such a hard landing for Prince Puma there. Evans hits his own 630, very impressive, but Puma kicks out, which is a bit of a Hogan move. That's like somebody hitting the leg drop and be like, no, it's my move, brother. That little bitch does his spinny tornado DDT thing, the only move he's able to do on Johnny Mundo. But now we get Taya. Taya's been such a good addition to this season, I think. Do you?
Yeah. It makes sense, like from the character point of view for Johnny, but also she's pretty good. Like she does moves that seem impactful, and she can kind of stand her own ground, which makes it work. And yeah, they're a good combination with each other.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So she distracts the ref that lets Johnny kick the little gecko in the balls.
So many ball kicks.
Puma. This got me like, so Puma's like, no, this is not acceptable. So he just walks up and boots Johnny Mundo in the balls right in front of the referee. And the ref disqualifies him. So Johnny Jack Black retained the titles. I'm just thinking, like, you get what you deserve there, Prince Puma. Yeah. That was stupid.
You do. I just feel like maybe though, obviously Dario's not going to operate this way, but if we had like a, Jack Tunney or somebody watching backstage that's like, okay, he did boot him in the balls, but there had been 25 ball kicks before that. Let's do a rematch. That's next week or whatever. But because of the makeup of the match and the fact that it does seem like on screen as well as, to your irritation, it does seem like they're making a thing of Azteca's getting a wee bit big for his boots here. So I've just spent the whole match waiting for what I expected to be more of a miscommunication. Something was going to happen, but they just went straight for Puma kind of ruined it by losing his composure and just going for a blatant ball kick.
Yeah. It would have made sense if it was Azteca that had done that, because he's very inexperienced and stuff as well, but see where they take it. I'm a bit concerned that at Ultimate Lucha we're going to get some sort of no-cup ball-kicking gimmick match or something. Blue balls on a stick match. Puma's raging, and he super kicks Taya.
Yeah.
Does he mean to kick her, or is he just aiming towards their corners?
Like he meant to kick her.
Aye. Yeah. She sells it like an absolute dream. She goes down like a tree being chopped down.
She does, yeah.
Rather than checking on her, Jack Evans is busy taunting Puma for doing it. So they retain the titles, which is good, because I was worried that it was just going to be a straight return of the titles.
Yeah, because it's you have had quite long running champions, especially the trios. It felt like ever since it was established, it was a love triangle until just a few episodes ago. So yeah, really good to not have too long running champions, because a second reign for Mysterio's team probably would have felt like it had to last a bit longer.
We go to Matanza's cage, and we've got, according to my notes, the woman. I assume that is Black Lotus.
Black Lotus.
Oh, so yes, it's the little gecko bitch is there. He's lost the titles. Who gives a fuck? I'm going to go and taunt this massive blood-covered monster that's twice my size. And Black Lotus is saying, move away from him. He says, but why? He killed your parents? She says, no, it was Azteca that did. That is a pretty big insult, given who he is.
It is, and also we've it was a few episodes ago where she was standing at a doorway or something like that, and it seemed like she knows. She's just playing along here, but she knows that what Dario has been feeding her is nonsense, and she's just trying to get a way of getting close enough to do whatever it is she wants or needs to do. But then in segments like this, I was like, does she know? Does she believe it? And we're like, where are we going with this? But I think for your benefit, what you can look forward to is, I think Black Lotus is just going to beat the fuck out of your nemesis.
Beautiful. Yeah. Get him roasted on a on a stake.
We've never seen her in a match, have we?
Nah, I'm surprised that. I thought she was coming to be involved in matches for season 2. The two of them have this kind of face off, and he just storms out, much to everybody that was watching's disappointment. I feel like more people should have a key, and also I was going to say I feel like more people should have a key just to let him out in these sort of circumstances, and also Dario needs to get better at hiding him. Little Blue's Clues can just find him easy peasy like that. Okay, our main event is for the Lucha Underground title. It's our champion, the Monster Matanza Cueto, taking on the Gift of the Gods champion, Cage. And this, again, I was a bit sour on these episodes, I have to be honest. And this match gave me the feeling back a little bit. I was back in. I
enjoyed this. Yeah.
One of my favourite things about this was that Cage starts off this match like a Rey Mysterio in his prime, with these head scissors and a dive over the top, moonsault for the top rope to the outside. And they're saying, he's like come up with a game plan that they would never have seen and all that. I didn't really see it like that. I just saw it as Cage for once fighting such a bigger man and sort of needing to pull these.
I was quite impressed with Cage because, like you say, we haven't really got to see him in this kind of environment. I think he's had some interactions with some big guys, but this, in my mind, was the first match I can remember where it was like a one-on-one full match, and it was him in there with somebody he could realistically bump well for, which he did really well. Actually, I was never sure if he had that as part of his arsenal. But yeah, he does. He's a talented guy, is Cage.
Oh, he definitely is. The thing that Matanza must be as well, and it's hard to see. There's really nothing to him. He's a big, almost round guy who is just going through people. There's not much to look at there. He's not, he's not expressive. You can't see anything. Yeah. You literally can't see anything. And yet he's had all these amazing matches that we've really enjoyed. Yeah. I think Phoenix and definitely Mil Muertes match. I'm trying to think who else he's fought before that, but it was the Graver Consequences one we liked, and he's had 2 with Mil Muertes, hasn't he?
He's had 2 with Mil Muertes. Yeah. The first one ended when they went through the Dario's office. That's
right. Yeah. This to me felt like the most punishment he's taken in a match.
Yeah. I think even more than he took in the Mil matches. He was like, for quite a period of this match, he was getting his ass kicked.
Aye. 100%. Cage has thrown him about a lot of times. A few times where you get Matanza picking Cage up like he's nothing. I think they say he's 280. And Matanza's he had him in a sort of pump handle pickup, and he's just wandering about with him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I've got my notes here. It's mad to think that both of these guys are just a guy at the moment on 2 different rosters, one WWE, one AEW or Ring of Honor. I'm not quite sure which one Cage sits on, but the guy that's Matanza, Jeff Cobb, he's just a guy, and then you see this here, and it's, don't know, it's obviously levels and all that, but it's crazy to think. There's a bit in this match that I didn't know how to feel about, and I'll be interested to know how you felt. They exchange a lot of suplexes, not to the point of Triple H v Scott Steiner at the 2003 Royal Rumble, but they do exchange a lot of suplexes, and then they go to this bit where they start German suplexing each other, and neither sells the moves.
Yeah, kind of just bounce back up to their feet,
and then go rah, and then do another one. Teacher doing one, does one, he gets up. And I thought maybe 1, 2, even 3, and then maybe one of them's just a bit like, how am I supposed to put this guy down? But they keep doing it.
Yeah, it went on a while.
Maybe about like 6 or 7 suplexes each. It felt quite cheap.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't like that. It was probably the only like segment within the match that I didn't enjoy, because I did enjoy the match. I think if you're these monsters, and Cage has kind of been an unstoppable. I don't want to use the word machine. I need a different machine. He's a machine. I think if you had one suplex and they each bounce back up, I would get that. But yeah, the amount they did, it kind of annoyed me.
Okay, good, because I thought it was been a bit of sourpuss again, but because, like I said, I was really enjoying this. And after they did that, it's crazy because they did start 100 miles an hour, and they really slowed down. I thought Cage started to look genuinely quite gassed.
Yeah.
Throughout this, but I did like a lot of the segments in the match towards the end where Cage threw everything at him. It felt like he went through his full repertoire as far as everything he could possibly do, to the point of resorting to small packages and hitting him with lots of kicks. And unfortunately, it does eventually end up with Cage going for his discus lariat, and Matanza able to reverse him, catching him and hitting his devastating reverse power slam, and getting the win. And long-term storyline, I think we're creating Matanza to be the most unbeatable that we've seen on this show, much more than Mil Muertes ever has been. And he was, we loved the way they built him up as far as just smashing through people, but Matanza's a different level. Gutted for Cage, I really wanted to. I thought, especially the small package, I was like, oh, that's it. But nah. And we're left wondering who could possibly defeat Matanza.
I think that's the thing that I find interesting, because we had it seemed at times, although Phoenix beat him, it seemed at times like Mil Muertes was unbeatable, and then Matanza came in and destroyed everyone and has got the better of Mil Muertes over a couple of matches, although one was a non-finish. It felt like this whole season they'd been building Cage with a lot of the Johnny stuff. He just looked unbeatable. He was unstoppable. And there is a bit of a, that's fine and good, but after this, where do you go from here? Like, obviously a very, very different setup, but like for a lot of watching wrestling as a kid, Hogan looked unbeatable, and they would bring in your like monster heel factory to work through it. But yeah, it's shorter format, it's different, so I'm just curious to see where they go. And I did think to myself, is it all part of the Pentagon redemption? We'll see.
Great stuff. Did you like that match?
I did. Yeah. I think of what we've seen on this series of shows, it was my favourite thing that we got. So we will cover something that was not my favourite thing as we go into episode 20.
Oh.
Episode 20 is called The Contenders.
Yep.
So we start off the episode with Black Lotus talking to Dario. She wants to know she is on the right side of this situation about who killed her parents. You would want to know. You'd want to be pretty clear about that.
It's a fair question.
Dario, I don't know how anyone could ever question his integrity. He assures her and offers her a spot at Ultima Lucha. Felt like a little bit of a distraction there to me.
Is that what he said? I could not work out what he said to her at all.
Okay, he's going to offer her a spot at Ultima Lucha where she will face El Dragon Azteca, and if she wins, she will take his mask.
Oh, all right, okay. Is that who he's going to... Another hand me up for the cousin of Rey Mysterio. You can fight the one person who's not a match the whole season. Jesus wept.
We get the story of that over the course of the next 2 weeks, we're going to work out who will face Matanza at Ultima Lucha in 2 different 6-person matches. So we're going to have a 6-on-6 tonight, and then the winning team from that match will face off against each other. I think it is the following.
And a 6-man, yeah. I feel like this is a sort of nonsense how I do playing a booking match where it's just like, let's get everybody on the show.
And we also hear we're going to have a nunchuck match, which was almost me switching off, but I thought, no, I have to stay with this. I've made a commitment. I'll power through. And then Matt Striker hands over to Melissa and calls her a love. Which,
not weird.
We're going to have our rematch, Marty the Moth against Killshot. And this is what we referenced there. Marty goes too creepy when Melissa is trying to do the introduction, and she kind of got. You did the noise quite well earlier.
Yeah.
And she leaves. She's not having it.
Somebody in the crowd shouts, "You're weird, Marty!"
Marty creepily calls out Killshot while attaching the dog tags that he'd stolen to the turnbuckle. We get a very pissed off Killshot coming out, understandably, makes a fast start to the match. And the match ends up kind of being a bit of a non-event as a match. It's going to be a double count-out very quickly. And Marty is really ramping up. He's leaning into the creepy. He's fully leaning into it. And Killshot almost removes his head with a kick. And he has the dog tags back, or so we think. But Marty's going to surprise him from behind with a suplex. And Marty makes off with the dog tags again.
What did you think of the very Doink the Clown-esque way that he was waving towards Striker at the announce table?
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I mean, he's an odd guy.
Striker, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. Yeah. We're going to go to Joey Ryan and Cortez Castro, who have Mr. Cisco in an interrogation room, but their boss wants to do a deal. She gives Cisco the option of wearing a wire or rotting in jail. Cisco doesn't look very enthusiastic about this. He looks like he's got the fear. But the chief thinks Dario Cueto is the linchpin to the end of days. So was this your first Baron Corbin alert?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm thinking.
What does that mean? He's the linchpin to the end of days.
So we know that there's this. We've met the councilman.
Yes.
A few weeks ago.
Delgado.
And there's been this sort of mystery around who his employer is. I think we were thinking Big Rick. Seemed a lot of things seemed to point to Big Rick, but the end of days being mentioned seemed. I don't know. It's not going to be Baron Corbin. I think this was all created before he was a thing.
Maybe this is all like some sort of prophecy about him retiring Kurt Angle.
Maybe. We're going to go into the next match, which is a nunchucks match.
It's a bit random, eh? Like they had this fight ages ago. These two have moved on.
Yeah. So Jack Evans, right from the off, is very unhappy with Melissa. She's having a rough night already because he didn't call him the Dragon Slayer, because this match is going to be PJ Black. PJ Black and Jack Evans against Drago and Aerostar. I've got immediately in my notes, did Drago always have a Donnie Darko hat?
Yeah, that's definitely changed. That's super weird.
Yeah. There are nunchucks kind of elevated in areas, not just above the ring, but kind of a bit further out as well, I think. And basically, if you get them, you can use them. If somebody else gets them, you can hit them, take them off them, use them. Once they're in play, they're in play.
I didn't hear them mention that you have to shout Cowabunga when you get them, but Jack Evans did do it, which is surely something to be excited about.
Um,
Striker does try to list a number of people that have used nunchucks in popular culture as well.
Yeah, this isn't my kind of thing.
Nah.
We've got some stuff going on. Aerostar, big leap onto PJ while Drago and Evans are fighting in the ring. Double stomp by on Aerostar by Evans. We've got Aerostar leaping to stop Jack Evans from lifting PJ Black to get the nunchucks. Striker just tried to describe PJ Black as once being a darling of the believers. That's a lie. Like, he may have come in not being a heel, but I do not believe that he was like embraced by the believers. We get a bit of a battle on the steps. They're all trying to go for nunchucks. Some of them are placed, at the top of the steps. Jack Evans, I think, finally is the first one to get nunchucks, and the heel team start using them. Drago then gets his own set. I think they keep playing up him being some kind of expert with the nunchucks.
He's a bit of show off with them, isn't
he? I think it's the office roof he gets them from.
Mm-hmm.
And Aerostar has a set as well. Jack Evans takes him out from behind, so he doesn't really get a chance to do much with those. We've got Evans, and Evans is on Dario's roof, and he drops his nunchucks. And the believers seem to want to give them back to him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that went as planned.
He'll move from Aerostar for taking them.
Jack Evans kind of looks like he's just at risk of falling off the roof for a wee bit, but it's okay. PJ Black catches him, and I think he basically squashes PJ Black. Aerostar flying off the roof onto Evans and Black on the floor, which I've got was a pretty cool camera angle.
Yeah, it was.
The way that was done.
Really sort of accentuated the drop.
We get Drago smacking the hell out of Evans with the nunchucks. He brings out the mist, and he uses the I feel like I've not seen this for ages, but the Whip of the Dragon's Tail cover sequence to get the pin win for himself and Aerostar.
Please don't tell me Ultima Lucha is going to be like Drago, Aerostar, and Argenis versus those three for the trios titles, because that is boring as shit.
Might be, Okay, we're going to go into the main event match. So this is our 6-on-6 match, and the winning team move on to next week, and like a 6-person match to determine who will face Matanza at Ultima Lucha. So our 6 for Team 1, Prince Puma, The Mac, Tayano, Sexy Star, Son of Havoc, and Rey Mysterio. They're going up against Phoenix, Ivelisse, Johnny Mundo, King Cuerno, Taya, and Chavo Guerrero. So I was thinking it's not really heels and baby faces as such.
No.
There's quite a lot of baby faces in the match, and then a couple of them are on what looks a bit more like a heel team.
Yeah.
Chavo's really slow with his making his way down the ring, and Pentagon Jr., who we've not seen in the temple for a while, comes up behind him in his wheelchair, and I'm thinking, what is going on here, lads? Pentagon says that Chavo was the only one that was there for him and supported him. Chavo does a really funny, yeah, thanks, man, cool. I've got to go and work. I've got a match about to be going on here. Pentagon, though, stands up and says, "I will destroy you," and he does. He attacks Chavo. He breaks his arm. Poor Chavo, not getting himself in this match. He's had a rough couple of weeks. We get Dario coming out with Black Lotus, and he's got a microphone. He welcomes Pentagon back and praises him for even walking after what Matanza did to him. But Dario's all about opportunity, and he gives Pentagon the opportunity to replace Chavo in that match, but asks if the crowd really want that. They do. Pretty unequivocally, they want that. Dario tells Pentagon to think long and hard about this, given his condition. And then I've got here, that's it, that's the story. Pentagon gets in, he wins this, he wins next week, he goes and beats Matanza Ultima Lucha. We don't even need to watch. It's all mapped out. He is saying zero miedo, he is in. So I'm thinking...
I'm with you, all the way.
Yeah. We are actually able to start the match. We get early interaction, Taya and Sexy Star, and we notice at this point there's some interesting ways of tagging people in, because you're not necessarily all buddy with the people that are on your team. So Taya's tag to Ivelisse is basically a slap on the head, and we get Ivelisse and Son of Havoc going up against each other. We get Pentagon equally aggressively tagging himself in. We get Pentagon and the Mac with a bit of back and forth.
Yeah, I really like their back and forth. They're good together.
Phoenix is going to get involved. He attacks the Mac. Mac hits a big pounce on Phoenix, and I think it looked like it nearly killed him.
I wasn't even convinced he hit him. I feel like Phoenix just went away up in the air and landed on his head.
It was the landing that looked pretty risky, and he may have inflicted it entirely himself. We get Rey Mysterio and King Cuerno. I was quite intrigued by their interaction with each other. And I think the announcers actually said how much would King Cuerno love to have Rey Mysterio as a trophy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And then we get... Oh yeah, I think it's actually mentioned there, something about Mil Muertes. And we're thinking, well, we've seen this, but the announcers maybe haven't.
Aye.
Where Mil is at that moment in time. Vampiro is talking about himself having kicked Rey Mysterio's ass in 1999. Taya doesn't seem to appreciate being chucked about by Tayano. Prince Puma gets tagged in, and Johnny Mundo immediately is trying to get rid of Prince Puma. They've obviously had plenty of interaction between them in the past. We get the nice arrow from the depths of hell by King Cuerno.
Who's he do that on? There was so much going on. I thought it was Tejano, but I actually couldn't work it out. It's like there's bodies flying all over the place.
Yeah, I think this is another one of those matches where, you know, when you're making the notes and you're trying to watch, and then you write something and then you're trying to watch, it's quite tricky to keep up with everything. Ivelisse with a turnbuckle dive onto those on the floor, including her own partner Taya, but she's not bothered about that. We get the Mac with what I've described as a cannonball over the top onto Pentagon on the outside. Prince Puma with his own big leap. It's like we then get like a corkscrew dive by Phoenix. Son of Havoc with his signature leap. And Rey Mysterio is going to try and do his own, but Johnny grabs him by the foot on the other side of the ring, drags him out to the floor. We are going to go to... Where we get into what? Rey Mysterio hits a 619 and wants Puma to climb up and hit the 630. Johnny kicks Rey, sends him into the turnbuckle, right into Prince Puma's balls. We get a standing Spanish fly off the top by Johnny, and his team get the win. So that does mean Pentagon will move on to the finals next week, along with, so it'll be Pentagon, it'll be Phoenix, Johnny Mundo, Ivelisse, King Cuerno, and Taya.
There's only one man win that. Well, Phoenix, you could see.
Yeah.
Mundo's going to be involved with trios.
Yeah. We are going to go to... We see ourselves in King Cuerno's home again, where we got a little glimpse earlier, and all the animal trophies on the wall, and we see Mil Muertes there in the glass case. But, we are also going to see Katrina appear.
Yes, what a return.
Oh, she says, "Death waits for no one. Rise." We all did. She raises the stone. Smoke appears. Mill screams, headbutts his way out of the glass case. He is looking pretty fucking menacing and pissed off here.
Yeah, he's got like red eyes now or something.
Yeah. And that is the end. End of our series of episodes for this week.
Yeah. Nice finish. I'm on board with you with the Pentagon stuff.
Like yeah.
I feel like he should look different. That's my only thing. Maybe he does. He's more red based.
Yeah.
But I feel like he should look different. He's been through something with Vampiro. But yeah. If that's where we go, but Meal's gonna have something to say about this all.
Yeah. I wasn't sure because obviously Meal's coming back and it's not long now till Ultima Lucha. And you feel like he has unfinished business with Matanza, but he's not involved in the scenario that's going to decide who's going to face Matanza. Yeah. So, yeah, interesting to see what they do with Mill.
Given where he's waking up about, you would think he must have some beef with Cuerno.
Yeah, yeah.
As well.
Yeah, that could be what they do with him for Ultima Lucha. Interesting.
So our next three, so we're going to do 3 and 3 because if we do the next 3 episodes, then that leaves us with the Ultima Lucha Part 1, 2 and 3 to do to finish off the season. So our next 3 episodes are called 6 to Survive, which is obviously our match, Fame and Fortune, and it says in the little thing here that 7 ancient Aztec medallions are redistributed. I assume that would probably need to get a gift to the gods match it.
Yeah, because we've had a very quick cash in by Cage. So yeah.
And if we get that on night 1 or part 1 of Ultima Lucha, then potentially someone could use that
Interesting.
for Ultima Lucha. And then the one after that is called The Phoenix, the Dragon, and the Spaceman.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, indeed. Why? But yeah, let's not. Yeah. I'm on a major downer, and it's not been a bad season. It's not been as good as season 1. It started really good.
It did. I think I've told myself the next 3 episodes probably won't be great. So I think we'll be sitting here for our next recording thinking, just kind of want this to end now, but I have faith that Ultima Lucha will deliver.
Would you like to leave Ultima Lucha 2, because part 3 of Ultima Lucha is an hour and a half.
Right, okay, so it's a double episode on its own.
Yeah, so would you like to do Ultima Lucha part 1 as part of these next episodes, or would you like to do it all together?
Even though it's a bit more viewing, I think it probably makes sense to do it all together.
Feel like a pay-per-view type.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. I wonder what it would be like, and WWE would 1,000% do this, but I wonder what it would be like to do, if they did Ultima Lucha in an arena, it would lose its thing, wouldn't it? It'd be like doing ECW in a big arena sort of thing.
You need the crowd right there. You need the steps. You need Dario's office.
Yep. Yeah. And the smaller thing that we said this, but like the live experience of this must be really cool.
Oh yeah. I think given you're right there, you probably feel like you're part of the show. I think.
Yeah.
When you're at those. Yeah.
There's like when Pentagon broke the arm of Chavo, he basically fell in the lap of a guy in the front row. The guy was going crazy.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we'll probably be sitting here saying we're all in full on setup mode.
Yeah.
Do you think we must get the revealing of who this person is, right? With a cigar.
I would think so. Yeah, we must. Yeah.
Please don't leave it to season 3. Because we're going to take a break.
Yeah. So Oh, imagine we never went back. We just never found out.
And wow, Ultima Lucha in season 3's got 4 parts.
All right, okay.
And Ultima Lucha in season 4 doesn't exist. No, I'm just joking. 2 parts. I assumed they were running on fumes by the end of season 4. That's why I say that. But
yeah. It's interesting because I think with it all being so new through season 1, and basically every gimmick match we got as well seemed like it was new.
Yeah.
And they've repeated some of those, but we've also got like nunchuck matches and stuff.
What was the thing we got at Ultima Lucha where the believers were able to give? That was Hernandez.
Yeah, was it belt shots or something like that?
It was a belt. Yeah, the strap match or something.
Yeah.
So it's like Vince Russo. You throw everything at the wall and they don't all stick, sort of thing.
That's true. Yeah, they're trying stuff, but yeah, it's not been as good a season. But let's see what Ultima Lucha delivers for us.
Okay. Do you want to watch that Marty versus Brian Cage match from AEW Dark just as part of your viewing pleasure?
Maybe.
You could much like how I did Frogtown. You can do that one. Report back. It's probably an Iron Man match or something.
Yeah. I maybe did you send? Was it just a picture you sent me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I send you a lot of pictures.
Yeah, you didn't send me a link. Yeah. I could claim in 2 weeks' time. I just couldn't find it.
Right, cool. I'll copy and paste that. Okay, right. Back for our setup and then into Ultima Lucha after that.
Yeah, cool.
Great stuff. Take care, and we'll talk again soon.
Nice.